He picture you rolling in the 500 bins.
We ain't gonna talk that yet. We ain't gonna talk that yet.
I mean, we might as well get straight to the point.
Well,
we ain't gonna talk that yet.
Well, let's go ahead and get started. So, welcome back to You Not Gonna Like This. We have the much anticipated music series. We finally done got it put together. This is gonna be the best 6 episodes that we probably will ever put out until the next series we do. Let's go ahead. This is episode A, 90s rap. We're gonna tackle everything. We're gonna talk 90s. We're gonna talk thousands. We're gonna talk tens. That's about 6 episodes right there, guys. First off, like I said, is 90s rap. Now we're gonna get into the groups. Now, before everybody starts talking, we're gonna talk about the GOATs first. The GOATs of the 90s are Wu-Tang, the Geto Boys, and the Tribe Called Quest. And I say that, and we came up with that because it's Wu-Tang. It's his bottom line. I'm gonna let Peanut chime in on Wu-Tang since he is the Wu-Tang.
Fuck Wu-Tang.
All right. First and foremost, Wu-Tang has to be the most influential group of hip-hop history. Hip-hop history. Besides NWA. It goes NWA, Wu-Tang. And I'm going to tell you why. Wu-Tang brought that sound, can't nobody else duplicate. They brought that karate shit mixed with the rapping. You got, when you listen to a Wu-Tang track, you can tell RZA laced the beat. You got the sword slinging and slashing around there. That you can bring any other Wu members go up in there and they go lyrically insane because they lyrically sharp like the swords. So that's basically pretty much all I got to say about Wu-Tang. You don't have to say anything else.
Name all 5
Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang is for the children.
Say something so blasphemous.
When you hear Wu-Tang, you hear world.
Time out.
Wu-Tang is for the children.
Wu-Tang is
Best
definitely
in the world.
Children. I will not let any children listen to their music. No, sir. No, sir.
Cut it garbage.
Let's see. All right. We ain't even got 5 minutes in the episode, and you
already started that foolishness.
I mean, let's keep it real. I would rather my kids listen to Wu-Tang than half of the BS is out today. Just being real.
All right. Well, okay,
we'll save that conversation for later down the road about the mumble rap and all the other.
Hey, Pete, though.
That's later. But
name all 500 members of the Wu-Tang.
I can name all of the members. We gonna start from top to bottom.
The best.
So first, I'm not going best. That's gonna be a different conversation. I'm gonna name all of them. It goes RZA, the Jizza, Old Dirty Bastard, Method Man, Inspector Deck, Raekwon the Chef, Ghostface Killer. That's 7. You Got Master Killer. That's 8, 9. That's 9 members.
You got 490 left.
Huh?
You got 490 left.
No, we don't not count the affiliate. We talk about the 9 original members.
You know,
best in my opinion, Inspector Deck. He gotta have the joy. He got the Protect Your Neck verse, and he got the Triumph verse. I say more.
Well, personally, I think the best one is Method Man. Like,
thank you, Aaron.
Bar for bar.
That's my boy over there. That's my
most commercial success of the group. Come on, man. What are we talking about here?
I'm talking about lyrical prowess. Inspector Deck got it.
Oh, sure.
He's the sharpest motherfucker in the clan.
On that statement, that Method Man cannot touch Inspector Deck.
I didn't say he couldn't touch him. I said Inspector Deck was the sharpest.
Okay. We ain't here to argue. We ain't here to we here to disagree, but we definitely disagree with you there. Trey, best member in the group. Let's hear it for you.
Best member in Wu-Tang?
Yeah, best member. Who your favorite top? Come on, what you got?
Now, if we speaking just strictly lyrical miracle stuff, I gotta give it probably to Method Man. I gotta give it to Method Man. But my favorite to listen to out of Wu-Tang is definitely ODB. I just like listening to ODB just because of
I'm doing something.
ODB. Like, think about it. If you was in the 90s and you listen to ODB, imagine how different that sounded. This ODB. Him as a person, individual as a rapper too. Like, he was different. So
Wu-Tang Killer me.
Okay.
Killer.
Excuse that right there, guys. I don't know what that was. But anyways, let's move on to the next GOAT group of the era. We believe A Tribe Called Quest. Now, they have some 80s work. They do. But, most of their work is in the 90s. Obviously, the main song everybody talks about is Scenario. What's the scenario? Now, I'm personally not too familiar with A Tribe Called Quest, but I know how excellent they truly are. So I want the two 90s gurus, Peanut and Jam, and Trey, if he wants to say anything on it. Why is A Tribe Called Quest considered the GOATs of the groups in this era?
Why? Probably because their consistency over time from coming through the 80s a little bit into the 90s. And their ability, their sound was a little bit different than, you would say they're different than Wu-Tang, you say they're different than Outkast in their sound.
Oh, definitely different than Outkast.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can see that. Pete?
I'd say the same thing. This sound was very different. It was very unique, especially since they had Q-Tip on the ones and twos. Like, he would produce those tracks and they would be like laced with this kind of like this different sound. And it was a Tribe Called Quest sound. Like, I can't even explain like
They do
how it
have
sounds.
like their own sound.
You just know it's them.
It's kind of like when you hear who can I think of today? Like, they have like their own sound. Like, they don't sound like anybody else. Like, they got their specific kind of thing.
Group wise or solo?
No, just I'm saying as an artist, what their sound is just them. Like, when their song comes on, you're definitely like, oh, that's A Tribe Called Quest. Like, you know that from the jump.
A guy I best could use, I would say, would probably Drake for me, because Drake has a lot of sounds. But you know a Drake song when you hear a Drake song. That's the best I can think of.
I'm gonna let that one ride, but all right.
If you had somebody better, I would love.
You would know a Young Thug song when a Young Thug song come on.
I give you that.
Okay, all right, we'll take that. That's an even better description.
But Tribe Called Quest, they were in their own space.
And that's not saying that Young Thug and A Tribe Called Quest are on the same level. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and cancel that right there.
Hey, but didn't they just drop an album like within the last couple years?
Tribe?
Yeah.
I won't be surprised.
I thought they did. Hold on, I gotta look it up.
They not on my radar.
Well, of course not.
I can see that. All right, so the next final GOAT of the era is the Geto Boys.
Don't do that ever again.
Yeah, don't ever in your life.
First of all, ain't that the Fat Boys, not the Geto Boys?
It's definitely the Geto Boys. Geto Boys is 2, and it's a beat.
I think that.
Hey, you sold it.
I like it though.
You sold it bad.
Yeah, he was into it. It was a raw group.
As y'all can tell, I can't beatbox. We just gonna. That's just what it is right there, though. I just can't beatbox.
The Geto Boys, they're a group. I mean, they have a top 10 rapper of all time, undoubtedly. You can't talk about hip hop without talking about Face. So I mean, it's really just as simple as that. Scarface
Really?
in a group, that group is a GOAT because he in a group. They got probably one of the best songs ever with the mind playing tricks on me. That's gonna go for years. Ever? One of the best songs ever.
Oh, I think it was the best song ever.
No, I already know who got the best rap song ever.
You know that song is like the exact same thing as Kodak Black's Transporting. Like when I mean peace with peace, like if I could play it, I definitely would.
You done brought up Kodak Black and we talking about Geto Boys.
No. I'm saying, I'm trying to preach the let's see, the iconic is not the word that I would like to say. How iconic the song is. Like,
all right.
Okay.
Hey, you couldn't name a better song than that.
You could.
Geto Boys put the South on the map, really.
That's the only song I know. Like when I mean like Kodak Black literally just copy and pasted the shit. It's literally just literally copy and pasted it. Like literally, it's the same exact song.
I had to see Dog and stuff like that.
Oh, it's one of those songs. I'm pretty sure it's Transporting. But we're gonna keep it on moving. You know, Geto Boys on their own right. Another go to the era. So let's move on to the legends. You know, those guys.
You ain't even finished talking about them.
Oh, you ain't finished? Well, what you
Go ahead.
Anybody else got anything you want to say about the Geto Boys before we move on?
Go ahead. Geto Boys put like the South rap. That was like the first glimpse of how Southern rap was going to be before Outkast.
Okay. Well, let's move on.
All right, go ahead.
All right, now let's move on to the legends. You know, these collective groups here, they were iconic in their own rights. Some of them have a little more to the 2000s work. Some of them they have like unforgettable members. But we're going to keep it with Geto Boys being from the South. We're going to go ahead and move to the next iconic Southern group being Outkast, with probably two of the greatest, you know, rappers ever. In their own rights. Two, I didn't say top 10. I didn't say top nothing. I just said greatest. All right.
Outkast is kind of in the same boat.
Big Boy. They got like so many songs, like you know, Hey Ya. You know, that's just one of them. Stankonia is probably one of their best albums ever, even though that's more to the 2000s. But the reason Peanut asked me to include them in the 90s, and I need Peanut to elaborate why they were legendary in the 90s.
All right, first of all, if you don't understand why Outkast shouldn't be in the 90s, let's go to the 1996 Source Awards, where this nigga Andre 3000 said the South got something to say.
But it's like this, the South got something to say. That's all I got to say.
Yes, sir.
Let's all get that cleared up right there.
That's it right there.
He said that in the 90s. Outkast had 3 goated albums in the 90s. They had Aquemini. They had help me out, Trey. They had Aquemini. They had, what was the other one? The other 2.
I don't know what order they came out in. I just know the albums. I don't know what order they came out in.
What the one you just named, Pete? That's the one where the Get Up and Get Out, right?
I believe so.
Oh, I got you.
If you get whatever album got that song,
they had a 3-album run in the 90s.
That's a good run.
Well, just off rip anyway about Outkast, like they were the I don't know a good word for it, but they were basically like the big ones that come out the South real quick, and they put the South on, specifically Atlanta. Like if it wasn't for Outkast, would Atlanta rap be the way that it is?
Hey, you let Young Thug tell it. He said he ain't never heard 3 Stacks.
Bro, when I saw that, I was like, how?
Atlanta boy down there unappreciated.
Nobody's rapping with 3K. Nobody's rapping with. At least in that era, nobody's rapping with him.
Outkast.
Hey, you ain't going too goddamn far now.
Just like in the sound of wait.
He just
I'm
said,
gonna say what I'm gonna say. Then we gonna get back to Trae's statement over there.
Whoa. We're not gonna move past that. Like he did not just say that.
What did he say?
He just said,
I said
nobody in the era could rap
that 96
or RJ 3000. You about to start a war
from 96. From 96. At that point, who rapping with Andre 3K?
You mean just the year 96? Like
from that point forward
to
in their span. Who's rapping with Andre 3K?
Well, we haven't even got to Eminem yet, but that's just one of them right there. We haven't got to that. That's 2000.
We're talking about 90s. This is 90s.
We talking about 90s though, but like we talking about 90s.
Cannot don't act like Hov. Hov is Hov.
That too. Can't forget him definitely. Come on, he's one of your favorite artists.
I get Hov, but he not rapping with 3K, bro.
We go. All right. We go say that for like what is it, episode C? We talk about 2000.
I give Hov his props.
Hey, nah,
he's definitely the GOAT. Hey, he's definitely a GOAT, but he's not rapping like 3K.
We gonna move on past that statement. We just gonna forget that. We just gonna throw that out. We gonna come back to that later. But to answer Peanut's question, 3 GOAT albums that they did have was the Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music. That's the first one. Then the ATLians.
ATLians and then Aquemini. Those 3.
And then what you say?
Aquemini.
All right. Yeah, those are the 3 albums.
That's the 3 album run they had in the 90s. So you cannot say Outkast is not part of the 90s.
You can't. There it is. Proof.
But Outkast is also in the boat of the Geto Boys, kind of too. They have a GOAT in their. They have a GOAT in their group, so that group is gonna be talking about. Big Boy wouldn't have been Big Boy without 3 Stacks.
People can't give a Big Boy quotable. I swear they can't.
They cannot.
Possibly not. Yeah, I don't think they can. But
there's no way. You ask anybody to give a Big Boy lyric, they won't give it to you.
Do they treat Big Boy like they do Slim Jimmy from Ray Sherman?
I ain't gonna do him like that.
No.
Like that?
No.
I ain't gonna do him like that.
No, because Big Boy is definitely a GOAT. You hear Big Boy, you say, "Oh, that's Big Boy."
Yeah, you know him, but it's just like
when
you ain't gonna recite no Big Boy.
When it comes down to it, you're not giving a Big Boy quotable.
That's very true. But like, let's keep the conversation going. You know, like another group, the Fugees, another group with an iconic artist being Lauryn Hill in the group.
Of course.
We wanted to include her in the solos, but it was not. They didn't say her body, like she didn't have enough work to be included.
Okay, let's do this. Let's say, all right, listen.
Don't say that stuff without putting no context to it.
Oh no, that's why I just said that she didn't have enough work to be included. Key and emphasis on that part. Because she does in '98 does have one of the greatest albums probably ever to be produced with the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. There's no questions.
It's not a rap album though. It's not a rap album. It's
not a rap album.
It's up for consensus.
Lauryn Hill did more rapping on the Fugees album than she did on her own album.
So what is that album? Is R&B?
It could be both though, because X Factor is an R&B song, and then the one with what's the dude name? D'Angelo, that's an R&B song. And I think what's the second track? Lost One? Is it Lost Ones? I think.
Yeah.
It was like a shot at Tupac or Biggie, one of the two. I can't think of which one it was.
It was a shot at Wyclef Jean.
Oh damn! I got that way off.
Bro said Tupac.
I know it was a shot at somebody. I know it was a shot at somebody. Know it, but I was way off. Let's disregard that there too. But
hold on. I want to address that. You said that Lauryn Hill didn't have enough work.
Body of work compared to the solo artists we are gonna talk about in a little while. We can revisit that later. Okay,
but like you can't negate the fact that one album has carried so long. Like she's not one of those artists that has to constantly put out work, because that one album that she put out the replay value on that album is probably one of the highest replay values you can ever see. Like, you can play that album over.
I'm gonna give you one quote that has been like the end of time. Good music lasts forever, no matter when it comes out. Good music lasts forever.
It's not a rap album though.
But like that's up for
not
consensus.
A rap album.
That's up for consensus. That's the thing.
Most people would say that's not a rap album because she didn't rap.
Because it's not a rap album.
She did rap.
She did rap.
She had one rap song.
It was a mix. It was a mixed album. We can go with that because it had rap, it had R&B. It was a great album in general. But let's not just talk about Lauryn Hill, despite her being the icon she is for music. Let's turn back to the Fugees. Like, why the group in general, besides
Fugees.
I got you.
He talking about Fiji water.
Hey,
Fugees.
The Fugees, yes, the Fugees. Thank you, Peanut. The Fugees of why they're a legendary group in this era, besides Lauryn Hill being the person she is.
They brought the pressure with the score. That album is straight pressure. They really, I think they went at Pac a few times on there.
Yeah, I knew they came at Pac. I knew Lauryn Hill came at Pac.
Other than that, they was coming. At least Lauren and YNGLT John, they was very sharp on there the whole time. Pras was on there, but he won't as prevalent as YNGLT and Lauren on that album. If you go back and listen to that album, they are spitting straight heat from the first track to the last track. It's just, that's really all there is to it.
A rapper that's severely underrated, definitely YNGLT John. Severely underrated. Not people don't talk about him enough.
I mean, when you talk about the 2000s and after the Fugees, but
all right,
well, I gotta say about left after the Fugees. But
Jamil, you got anything you want to add on the Fugees?
Nah, I ain't really getting into all them folks.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and move to the next group. This is Trey's personal favorite, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Trey, go ahead.
Meet me at the crossroads.
Bro, what explaining do you have to do with Bone Thugs?
What?
But now this is why I say Bone Thugs should be in this legendary category. It's because once again, it's that sound. Bone Thugs brought a different sound. Like, they were the first dudes to sing on a rap song. Like be real.
Yeah. Okay. I like.
And then it's basically they just expanded upon, these rap groups. They took the idea of a rap group and then just made it even bigger. And then once again, they even had political figures coming at them talking about we're not against rap or rap music, but they're against thugs.
We are against those thugs.
Yeah, like, come on now. You can't say that, like, for cultural impact, especially in like the early 2000s with Bone Thugs, you can't match that.
Yeah.
Well,
Migos is a product of that. Believe it or not.
What? How so?
I'd have to do some listening side by side.
You listen to the Bone Thugs. You listen to Bone Thugs and go listen to Migos. Tell me they don't sound alike.
I'll put that on my to-do list to make sure.
Flow is going crazy.
Because like for to the end of time, every time you hear it's the first of the month, you already know that it's Bone Thugs and Harmony. That's just the legendary iconic.
Or that it's the thuggish rugged bone. You hear that? Going crazy.
But first of the month, I'm just thinking like paycheck, because it's the first of the month. Everybody thinks about the first of the month. That's very true.
Didn't the Game and Chris Brown do a remix to that joint?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
One of the Bone Thugs, they had like a. I think they sampled it. I can't remember what the name of the song was or how the song went, but they sampled one of the Bone Thugs sound. And I think Tiger was on the track too. I can't remember.
Oh Lord, they had Game, Chris Brown, and Tiger on the track. Okay, that's interesting. But
I know I ain't crazy. I know what I'm talking about.
Well, we're not gonna speak too much on that because I don't think nobody else knows. But let's get ready. Let's get ready to close off the groups here with a couple of honorable mentions. We're gonna look at Digital Underground. We decided to include Digital Underground based off the West Side right there, and based off the couple of collaborations they had with the late and great Tupac. One of those songs, I Get Around. I can't think of the other songs that they had with him, but I Get Around is probably their most prominent song with Tupac.
Boo.
So, Pete, since you're a Tupac fan here,
boo.
Explain why Digital Underground was an honorable mention besides I Get Around. What other tracks, what other work did they do with Tupac or for the West Side in general to be an honorable mention?
Well, they got the Humpty Dance. That song was going absolutely ballistic in the 90s. It was played at every party. Shock G and his alter ego Humpty. You can't really stop, like, you can't really think that, and not, you can't really talk about like party music without Digital Underground. And they brought on Tupac, so it's too much influence right there. Tupac was part of Digital Underground. He was like, man, I can rap. So they was like, we gonna push this guy, and that's what happened. And then you got Money B. They get on the I Get Around feature on the I Get Around track, and you get the ball. I make $1 out of 15 cents. Then you got people saying it. People still say it today. I mean,
I'm about to say that one bar carried for years.
Yeah.
Come on now, that's too much influence. We can't talk about 90s rap, not talk about Digital Underground.
Respect. There it is. Anybody?
My name is Humpty. In the round.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's iconic right there. Let's move on to the next honorable mention in the group, Mobb Deep, because it ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Besides, let me see. I know one of the members was Prodigy, but what was the other one? Help me out, because I forgot.
Havoc.
Say again.
Havoc.
Havoc.
Okay. HAVOC.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not overly familiar with the group. Besides, their most iconic song in the 90s. Damn, I can't even think of the name of that song. Lord, jeez.
Shook one.
Jesus.
Oh my God, I can't think of the song. I listen to that song all the time, but I can't think of the name of the damn song.
That song
Shook
is
One's
probably
part 2, man.
It's probably one of the most
iconic songs. I couldn't think of the name of it. I even recited the lyrics before. Oh wow, jeez, that's bad.
People use that song so much as a sample.
I'm about to say that sample.
That sample is crazy.
And then they just rap over it in ciphers, like,
yeah.
No, the beat is iconic, like that. It's just
if you want to freestyle,
beat, it's like
you on that beat.
Wasn't that joint using 8 Mile with Eminem, like that last rap, when he went up, when we needed the final rap, wasn't that the beat they used?
I don't even know, to be honest.
Everybody 313. I'm trying to figure out his rap.
Everybody 313. Follow me. I think they used that beat for the final rap battle of 8 Mile.
If they didn't use the whole beat, it was sampled. I know.
That. But that joint was fire. Because every time you hear it in the 8 Mile, you already know what Eminem about to say with the 313. You already know how it goes.
And then, of course, the TDE joint, the TDE cipher.
I haven't listened to that in a long time. So
the 2013 joint?
I haven't listened to it in a long time. I didn't say I haven't listened to it. Because that's the one where Kendrick Lamar dissed Drake. I can never forget that.
He dissed everybody.
But the most prominent one he did this was Drake. In that joint. But out of that kind of concludes the groups. So now we're about the 30-minute mark. Let's go ahead and move on to the solos. We're gonna start with the autumn. We're gonna work our way from the bottom to the top. Since
okay.
In the 90s, were so excellent. We got to start. Well, first thing first. Let's start off with our origin. You know, one of the best artists that came out of our area, the 434, being the Lady of Rage. Her being an icon is crazy because I go to my barbershop and when I was talking to them about Farmville, it was like, Farmville, we know that name. They was like Lady of Rage, and mind you, we're here almost 30 years later, and she's still getting talked about a bunch of guys in Fairfax that cut my hair. But that's kind of like that's not a good reference. That's kind of like a sublative.
That's a great reference.
Yeah. Okay. Because I ain't like it. I feel like comparing her to barbershop talk. I feel like her.
Because she's
greater than that.
Because the 90s is so male dominant. For her to be remembered is special accomplishment. Because there's a lot of women that we just we gonna go about this whole episode. We ain't gonna talk about Queen Latifah.
True. Oh, man.
We not
talk about Queen. That is crazy.
We're not gonna talk about Queen Latifah.
But Queen Latifah was a pure entertainer, though. She was a pure entertainer.
Nice, but lyrically, Queen Latifah didn't be talked about, but
she got the bars.
It was so male dominant. And Rage being able to get on with Snoop Dogg at that time.
She had tracks with Snoop. Yeah,
being Snoop and Snoop saying that, or people around that camp saying Snoop really couldn't touch Rage when it came to lyrical stuff.
You listen to the intro track of Doggy Style, Rage is going crazy.
Listen lyrically, Snoop Dogg lyrically is not a GOAT. He's just Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg lyrically is not on GOAT status. He's just his icon. He's Snoop. He on. That's what
that's true.
Yeah, for Rage to be able to get up on his own, which is why one of the best albums of all time, and flow like she did. That's women. Well, that's women live for. Like that album be a whole woman career, and she raged.
Yeah.
That Afro Puff song still goes. I want to run with my Afro Puff.
And look, it's still rock the Afro Puff too, though.
It's still rock.
Yeah, she's still right. Last time I saw her, she was rocking it.
Then for her to mention Farmville in that song is like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
For the phone, man.
There it is, right there. Look, so
never will there ever be another like me. You can play the left because there ain't no right in me. Come on now. Come on now.
Yeah, I can sit. We can sit here and recite, bars like really all day. But when y'all do see this, y'all will now have something else to associate with Farmville's, his history. Because every time I get tired of people, when you tell them Farmville, they be like, "Where is that at?" I'll be like, "Oh,
the Facebook game."
I hate hearing that, bro. I'll be like, "Man, y'all think y'all so funny." Ha 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 ha. Play out joke. Anyways, let's move on to what can be considered probably the GOAT MC, Rakim.
Rakim.
Can I finish?
All right, go ahead.
Despite him being in the legendary duo with Eric B, he had two like pretty good albums at the end of the 90s. A couple of the songs I do like. I can't think. I like them. I got it right here. I can find them because I remember when I was trying to put together the greatest rappers of all time list. I was trying to put it all together. But the two albums that the ones I'm trying to think of, here they are. The 18th letter, and then the 18th letter / the Book of Life. Probably one of my favorite songs out of the two albums is definitely It's Been a Long Time, or Guess Who's Back, or When I Be on the Mic. Those are my top 3 favorite songs. That's off rip, but I'm gonna let Pina go ahead and speak on the GOAT MC.
All right, so we call Rakim the God MC because he is the reason why rappers flow today. He created that word flow. Like before Rakim, people were just doing that that flow of the 80s, like throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't like that stuff. Like I like the hip, the hop, the hippie, the hit. Like they've been doing that.
You mean like rhyme? You mean like rhyme time rap, where rhyme, just rhymes and rhymes. Like,
you know what flow is, Ira. You hear a rapper flowing. You hear a rapper flowing. Rakim brought that to the game.
For the people that don't get the concept of flow, I was saying like rhyme time rap, like words are very synonymous and similar to one another. Is what I was trying to
they put like he invented that, like how words were put together in bars and stuff, like counting bars and stuff like that. That's why we call him the God MC.
Probably. Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. Probably without him, you probably might have never figured out how Lil Wayne rhymed orange with so many words in that song.
Yeah, like things like that. It wouldn't have happened without Rakim.
Bro, we're straight to Wayne. That's crazy.
Hey, look. That's probably one of the most iconic flows I can think of on the top of my head. Like, bro was rhyming the word orange with so many words. I was like, bro.
Another guy did that before him, but we're gonna get on that later.
Okay, we'll get on that later. Since we're talking about it, who is it? Please.
I can't wait till we get to that conversation.
Yeah, we gonna get to that conversation. That's why I'm not saying it today right there.
I know who it is. My bad. I forgot. There it is. I'm thinking it came to me. Well, let's move on to the next guy. Last guy, the honorable mention is Busta Rhymes.
Woo-wah.
Busta Rhymes.
Hey,
he got
Busta Rhymes.
He just came out with a new album, Extinction Level 2. I can't think of when the original Extinction came out. I don't know the exact year it came out. I think it was 1990 something, or maybe it was early 2000s.
Whenever I hear Busta Rhymes, I automatically think about what he did for like music video, like that.
He was different.
He'd be up in the camera like this.
Yeah, like I just automatically think about music videos. Like
Busta started a hand movement that he was going in and out.
Yeah.
Busta need to be talked about more, but the 90s are so tough, man. You got to.
It is.
You got to be on your game when you get up in the 90s.
It's a very tough list to try to include all your favorite rappers because of how prominent 90s was in rap. But since we don't have much to say on Busta, let's move on to the legends. We're gonna start with there are 4 legends here, so we're gonna talk about the 3 lower ones I feel here. We're gonna start with the Scarface and Redman. We're gonna let the 2 that listen to these guys the most talk about them at least every day, I feel. Peanut and Jamil, I'm gonna let y'all take the scene on Scarface and Redman. And Trey, if you want to chime in.
Jam, you go first.
Redman, Peanut put me on the Redman recently during the quarantine when it ain't had nothing else to do but to listen to music. And listening to him, because honestly to me, I like, man, Redman overrated. That's how I was early in my life. Like, whatever he did, whatever people talking about, he top 10 this, top 50. I'm like, he ain't top damn thing. But listen to Muddy Waters, just that one album, it's crazy. Like, his ability to, and his voice, the stuff to put words together, it was one of the best things I heard ever, probably, with his Muddy Waters album.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Go
all
ahead,
right. I'm gonna go on with that. So, yeah, Redman. Redman is my favorite rapper's favorite rapper. So, I see why I like Redman so much because he is in my favorite rappers game. But that we're gonna get in that later. But Redman, man, he is the first one to come out of Jersey. Well, other than Tretch and them with Naughty by Nature, but he's the first one solo act to come out of Jersey ripping up the game like that. Like, you got this grungy dude coming out spitting that crazy stuff. Mic check. I walk around the street with the black tech 9 by the waistline. Come on now, that's hard. That's hard. You hear lyrics like that, they be like, "Oh, that's the opening line." That's the opening line to the track. They gonna keep listening. Come on, Redman is Redman. Reggie Noble, crazy lyricist. Like
as Peter said, his favorite rapper in that song with that guy who we not gonna name. Him saying that my list it go Reggie, Jay-Z, Tupac, and Biggie, which we ain't gonna get to that list either. Him saying Reggie, so many people, especially in our generation, did not know who Reggie was. Now y'all wild. Like, how you don't know who Reggie is?
Yeah.
They ain't been exposed to the roots of the
like lyricism. Like the sharpest lyricists came from the 90s.
He got one of the
like hate it or love it.
He got one of the best skits.
With that Muddy Waters. Yeah, that Muddy Waters album is crazy. And that track and the feature he had on Tupac, My Mind Made Up. Come on now. Funk Doctor Who spot, bitch, don't get it twisted. Come on now. Who is bending words like that? To say his name in the bar, he said, Funk Doctor Who spot, bitch, don't get it twisted. Come on now.
You couldn't. Whenever you recite a lyric from a rapper that has not, put out music in almost 20 to 30 years, you just know that's how iconic they truly were. Now, I don't know much about Redman. I was like Jamil, and I still am kind of like Jamil before the quarantine. Still don't know a lot about him, but I'm going to have to go sit down and listen to Muddy Waters because y'all are talking about how iconic this album truly is. I'm going to go sit down and listen to Muddy Waters and definitely a couple of the Outkast albums that y'all put me on too besides Stan Corny. I'm listen to a couple of those as well.
Kind of disappointed that you haven't listened to Outkast though.
Time out. I listen to Outkast. I just don't know every song. I listen to a full album of Outkast. I know who they are. I'm very familiar with them. I just haven't listened to the whole album out. That's all.
Who's the other guy you named? You talk about
Scarface. Now
Scarface.
let's speak on Scarface. Why the rapper Scarface is more iconic than the movie Scarface.
Okay, we're not gonna say that because the movie Scarface influenced gangster rap. Like all that ties together. Scarface, the rapper, he was the face of the Geto Boys, and he kind of like connected the West Coast with the South, cause like he had all those songs with Ice Cube, Tupac, all of them. So there's that, and then you got go Jamil.
Scarface, his griminess, he was like man, Scarface.
He gonna drop bar for bar with you.
He is like he's one of them.
It's gonna be off top too. It ain't gonna be no. I'm gonna write this down. This off top.
He had the best nickname to a rap name. One of the best nicknames to a rap name. And him saying they called me Face. That is crazy. Like they call me Face. They don't call me Scarface, my rap. They call me Face. For you to nickname a rap name, you special. Like Tupac is Pop. Biggie Smalls is Big. Jay-Z is Jay. Like, so for him to have that type of stuff like that going, he's Scarface.
Yeah, they call me Face. And the album, The Diary, come on now.
It's one
to listen to it.
One
of the greatest hip hop albums of all time.
What year was that?
94.
Yeah, he got a song on that joint where he's soloing The Mind Playing Tricks on Me.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yes. Crazy.
So,
like there's no reason for him to do that. But he did.
No reason for him to outside the rest of the Geto Boys like that. I know Bushwick Bill was a midget, but damn. You ain't have to do him like that.
Not politically correct. You can't say that.
Look. It might not be politically correct, but bro is like 3'12" on a good day, bro. So like,
may he rest in peace. Rest in peace.
May
rest in peace
Bill. Rest in peace to the legend.
12.
But Face was wild.
Yeah, he was going crazy on the album. You got to listen to it.
Well,
if you don't listen to The Diary, you're missing out.
Definitely have to put that on my to-do list as well.
Hey, we got a lot of homework, son.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he got a
but
lot. I told him to do it before we got here.
I told them before we did this that 90s rap is probably one of my weak points when it comes from 90s to current day. 90s rap is kind of one of my weak points. But like thousands and R&B, like when we talk about 90s R&B, I'm gonna start coming to the flow because I got that on lock. Thousands rap and then so on. I'm gonna be on par with that. Yeah. But let's move on to one of the members of Biggie's crew, Lil Kim. Lil Kim made this list. I can't like she has one of the greatest tracks I've ever heard. I can't think of the name of these damn songs. I don't know why, but I can't think of the name of the song. It's been sampled a lot. It's on her debut album. I can't think of it what it's called.
Lil Kim.
But y'all go ahead and speak on Lil Kim while I try to think of the song that I can't think of.
It's hard to say something. Lil Kim.
Crush on You. There it is.
She made the way for what?
Nicki Minaj.
Meg, Cardi.
Exactly, bro.
Without Lil Kim,
Nicki Minaj.
It ain't no Meg Stallion.
Yeah.
Exactly, bro. I was literally about to say the same exact thing. Like, would there be
her using her sex appeal to sell music?
What? It was none of these
Lil Kim
female
walking
rappers
around the war shows with this tape on the chest. Like, what we doing? Where you shirt at? Like, for her to get on the track with Biggie Smalls and to hold her own.
Yeah.
The ultimate GOAT is crazy.
Oh man.
The ultimate GOAT. And for Lil Kim was like, man,
we're not gonna get into that.
Save it. You kill it with the final.
But nah, he right. She used her sex appeal. She used her sex appeal to sell music.
There's
she
no
was lyrically sharp.
There's no Cardi.
Bottom line.
Meg Thee Stallion, City Girls, all of it.
Even before
all of that would have been gone.
Anybody use sex appeal to sell their music.
Yeah.
If it weren't for Lil Kim, like none of these female rappers would exist. Like at all. Especially in terms of music.
Or the game would be like entirely different. Because Nicki Minaj can still play crazy bars and so can Meg. But like the way they sell their music would have went. Who knows how that would have worked out?
But it's the fact that they can use their sex appeal with their lyricism.
Yeah,
all into one.
It's really, but it's also really good to hear. Like Meg Thee Stallion in her recent album, she came out with doing a Shots Fired sample. I'm not gonna speak about who that's about. We're gonna leave him nameless because everybody knows who that's about. What? They know, but we left him. We're not even gonna give him attention. Because out of respect for all the other women that see this, not even give him attention. But
fair.
Lil Kim is the originator of selling yourself with your sex appeal. Bottom line, there it is. Let's move on to the last legend of the list, Rock Nation himself, Jay-Z. I personally am 2000s. I think 2000s Jay-Z is better than 90s. That's just me. But he do got the thing in 90s. Dynasty. He got some track. Don't give hold. Let me finish. Now look, I just think 2000 Jay-Z is better, but that's just commercially for me. Now lyrically, he might be on something different in the 90s, and that is true. But just 2000s for me, I don't know. Jay-Z got too many hits for me in the thousands to be like
well. Jay was pioneering of the money cash hoes. Like he was the one who rapping about the money. He was the one, rapping about what's going on in the streets, all the hoes and everything else. I'm sorry if this got to be clean, but you know what I'm saying. Like
he stabbed his brother, and he's still successful.
You can't talk about these rappers talking about money and the fast life and the jewelry and all the. The street stuff that's going on without mentioning Jay. Jay was like the pioneer for that. On like outside of the gangster rap, when it came to the money cash hoes kind of thing, Jay was the pioneer. For sure.
Jay-Z is Jay-Z. He don't want. Ain't no list that you can't trust no list that he ain't top 3.
Exactly.
You being crazy.
Volume 3 is probably one of his best albums to date. It's up there.
I would like to put my opinion in this.
Big Pimpin'. Oh, that's my song.
So Jay-Z, in my opinion,
he about to say some bullshit.
He was never the best in any era.
Okay.
He was never the best in the 90s. He was never the best in the 2000s. He always had a few people above him.
That's hard.
Okay.
That's definitely
He always had a few people above him. But with that being said, you cannot speak on rap without speaking on Jay.
Very true.
On Jigga.
He's put on.
And he married to Beyonce.
Yeah, and he married to Beyonce. I don't know how he got married to Beyonce.
He's not my favorite rapper, but he's my favorite rapper's record. I can't think of manager record. Can't think of what I want to say. Jay-Z signed J. Cole. We're just gonna say for what that is. All right, we're just gonna scrap that. All right, let's move to the GOAT talk. Now let's talk about my favorite rapper's favorite rapper, Nas. Personally, Nas is my favorite rapper of the 90s. I like Nas. I listen to any Nas song that I have in my library, and I'll just vibe to it because it's Nas. Like his lit is he's probably a top 2 lyricist in this area next to Biggie Smalls. Top 2, if not tied with Biggie. Because when I listen to Nas, man, I just sit there. I be like, oh wow.
Talking, I hear you.
That's how it be, bro. Like, I don't like talking about just commercial songs like Empire State of Mind. They can talk about that all day, but I think like his albums, The Message, and then Stillmatic, and all those other projects before I Rule the World. It's just Nas. That's all I can say. It's like Pete with Eminem. It's just is what it is.
All you gotta say
was
Nas,
Illmatic tape.
Yeah, that's all you gotta say.
Illmatic
is a work of art.
Yeah, it ain't
like there's no touching it.
Really,
that is probably one of the greatest rap albums ever to be assembled.
For sure.
Yeah. DJ Premier laced them beats and Nas went crazy.
I know on top of just Nas, he will straight up like out rap any rapper that if you put him in like a 1-on-1 off the top freestyle battle with any rapper in his era, Nas pretty much he probably gonna wash him.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You went too far.
He's gonna wash him.
You went too far.
I did not.
You went way too far.
I said what I said.
See, look, Trey. I feel where you coming from, but it's a reason. I say he was on par or number 2 next to Biggie Smalls because I think
I said what I said.
Biggie lives.
He said what he said. Now let him stand on it. Let him stand on it.
Let him stand on it.
Let him stand on it.
You can't change your statement, but. But
we gotta record it. Let me stand.
If I had to pick,
we are not sorry.
If I had to pick somebody to go bar for bar with anybody in the 90s, I'm going with Corrupt. Corrupt is destroying anybody.
Move on. We did not hear him over there.
Destroying anybody.
Corrupt is not destroying anybody. He will wash some people. He will definitely
not destroying everybody. Like Jay-Z is one of the greatest lyricists of all time. He's just
Corrupt is gonna wash Jay-Z. I tell you that.
Corrupt is destroying people.
Watch them.
He's not destroying Nas.
The only person he'll have a problem with is himself.
He's not destroying Nas.
He'd have to battle himself to lose.
Oh my God.
All right, let's
keep smoking crack.
Trey and Peanut then said some.
Nah, if he would have battled somebody and had it would be either Inspector Deck or Big L. They'd have to have a 3-way battle.
I give you Big L. I give you that.
Ooh, Jesus.
We'd have to go. It had to be a 3-way battle.
All right, Trey and Peter have said some outlandish things in the last couple minutes.
I said what I said.
We gonna pray they don't get victimized for those statements.
I said what I said.
We gonna move on to my man sipping on gin and juice way back. Is your mind on your money? Is your money on your mind? My boy Snoop Dogg. Obviously, Doggy Style is probably one of the greatest albums that has ever been. We talked about Leia Rage with her intro track, of course. Personally, my favorite track is Gin and Juice on that album because, I just literally recited it.
I mean, commercial, that's the most successful song, but...
Hey, it came out in 93, and I'm still talking about it in 2020. So, there it is. That's
almost 30 years.
Y'all heard that boy out over there rhyming?
Yeah, I heard him.
Album coming soon.
No, I don't do any recording. I leave that to my brother Q fully with the Tui.
I get Ira the DJ Khaled vibes. He just gonna go on that
he gonna be successful with that.
I'm about to be like DJ Khaled in his verses next Saturday. You heard it here first.
The dog father made it cool to be a gangbanger.
Yep.
Two of America's Most Wanted is probably one of his greatest tracks. And that was with Tupac. I just love Two of America's Most Wanted. Ain't nothing but a gangster part. I love that song.
Yeah, like Snoop Dogg, we all know he was a rolling 60s Crip. He made it cool to be a gangbanger. Even though gangbanging ain't cool.
He made it cool for you to say yo set and still I'm just a Crip. He was the first rapper to beat a murder charge. A big time case
that they gave me.
He beat that joint.
Snoop, then we can't forget, without Snoop, it might not be no Chronic.
Yeah.
If Snoop,
it would be no Chronic.
If Snoop can't be part of the Chronic, then that's a hip-hop changes forever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Chronic may be, we just said this about every person we talk about in their albums, one of the greatest albums of all time.
Yeah.
We keep saying this over and over, guys, because the 90s is probably the golden era of rap. Like, despite the origin still being young with rap, with rap really taking form in the early 80s, late 70s, it's just like that 90s era is just so prominent. Like, I don't know, something about them, handing mixtapes out of windows going door to door. Maybe that helped. Maybe that helped why the song was so iconic before the streets. Maybe something like that helped it. But it's just like, it just speaks because imagine before streaming. Like, we talking like literally, hey yo, listen to my mixtape. Hand out the window, it go to this house, it go to this house. It finally reached somebody. Like, how long the process took
before streaming. Way before streaming.
Exactly. You know how long? Like, we talking like you can get famous right now in like 20, 30 minutes if you make the right track. But like,
tell me about it.
Bro, all you gotta do is make the right tweet and you can go you can famous.
What?
Tell me about it.
It'll take a minimum. I feel like it'll take a minimum of 3 months to get like known by a record label.
It takes one song. That's all it takes.
One song.
It does. He has more than just one song. But let's
why that bull over there successful. Is why
let's move on to the best member in NWA. No questions. Obviously, it's Ice Cube. Ice Cube was the writer, one of the lead dogs in NWA. Not only this his own group and the 1992 Death Certificate album. Ice Cube had probably one of the greatest solo careers despite being out of the group, unlike these other artists on this list. Ice Cube's greatness is spoken for himself, literally.
Yeah. Ice Cube was a pioneer. He was the reason we be saying fuck the police. Nothing else to it.
Straight from the underground.
He said that's why I got gang-related rhymes. Come on now, that's Ice Cube.
His influence carries all the way to today. Like,
today was a good day.
Without a doubt.
Today was a good day is probably,
I love that song.
Top 20 rap song author.
And then let's just give Cube his credit for his movies too. Like, while we're here, let's just give
Jesus, he is a hell of a
Friday
director.
series might be the best movie series ever.
Huh?
But look, I'm not surprised he could write those scripts because he used to write them raps.
Yeah.
Like his raps were so good, he might as well write movies.
Rest in peace to Tony Lister.
Tiny Lister.
Tiny Lister. Wait, no, it's Tony. His real name Tony, ain't it? No. Well, rest in peace to.
Rambo said no.
Is it? I don't know, but rest in peace to Debo. Y'all know what I was trying to say.
There you go. You good, bro. You good, bro.
Rest in peace to Debo. All right, sheesh.
Q, man. Q.
Just for that, he gonna steal your bike.
Yep. You gonna have a
I
nightmare.
don't got a bike, so he can't steal none of mine.
He gonna snatch your shit in your
He
nightmare.
gonna steal your truck.
Oh, yeah, chain. One of the two.
I don't wear a chain. That's Jamil with the watches. He might take Jamil watch. He'd be hurt for real.
Debo ain't crazy now. He ain't crazy.
Debo like 6'4". What you gonna do?
I'm asking when he got on my 40.
Oh my god,
Straight like that.
Yeah, but Q put his hand in the game. He never took it out.
Yeah, he.
All about, and speaking of movies, like all about the Benjamins. Most recently, the Ride Along movies.
Are we there yet?
Yeah, are we there yet?
Q done some stuff out here that
he's probably tied for the greatest entertainer of this era with Queen Latifah, because Queen Latifah has the whole series of living singles, so we're not even gonna get on that. That is one of the best movies ever.
From his music to what Cube used to rap about, and for him to be this successful in the business world, it's good.
Transformative.
Like him saying "fuck the police" and stuff like that, it shouldn't have been able
30 years
to go
later
over to go into the movies. Like he was just that gangster rap where it's like, oh, he ain't gonna go nowhere after this because he just too
violent.
And he got with the times and still kept putting out track after track and changing his sound. Like that's greatness. Any artist that can grow with the times is an artist that will live forever. But
Pioneer gangster rap, definitely.
Let's move on to the final event of the 90s rap era. Probably 1, 2, 2, 1, however you want to put it. Biggie and Tupac. We're gonna talk about them together since you know they literally ran this era. You know, we talk about it every time because them two had probably one of the greatest beats of all time. Literally, that's bottom line there. But personally, I'm gonna say my piece and then I'm gonna let these boys get to talking. So personally, Biggie is lyrically better than Tupac, but Tupac is a better artist. And that's and let me tell you why. Tupac's artistry is insane. Like we talked about Digital Underground. And then he literally in that diss track, he had like up 4 of the people dissing Biggie at the same time. He really rapped that song one time and just said, we're done. Simple as that. And like Two of America's Most Wanted, one of my favorite songs, Tupac and Snoop Dogg collabed on that. Like his artistry is unquestioned. Biggie is lyrically better though. Because like 10 Crack Commandments, that's probably one of my favorite tracks of Biggie. Like it's the 10 Crack Commandments. It goes. I really love that song. The reason I say artistry is like that, I kind of use it like for today's debate with the Drake and J. Cole. Like J. Cole is lyrically better than Drake, but Drake's artistry is better than J. Cole. Not the same level, of course, but that's how I use the basis for it. But I'm gonna let these boys get to talking. Let it rip, fellas.
I'll let y'all have that first.
Yeah.
Go ahead over there, 4Y.
Right, first of all, it is very arguable that Biggie, his lyricism is better than Tupac's, but I believe Tupac could battle Big and win.
Hmm?
I believe Tupac's lyricism, I believe he could be sharper than Biggie. Polished and pistol, prepared for battle, past the pump. When I get the pop and niggas is dropping and they done. Come on now. Biggie ain't saying nothing like that. Tupac is a poet. His lyricism is crazy. Come on now. Look, Pac had a whole coast on they face. He had his foot on a whole coast. Everybody on the East Coast was like, nah, we not gonna mess with Pac. Pac is out here calling everybody out. Ain't nobody doing nothing. Everybody's scared of my boy. Tupac been in movies.
Before Jamil goes, all right, because I know Jamil gonna say this the first thing. I know you said Tupac. Nobody want to mess him with East Coast, but Biggie literally shot the man, and nothing ever came of that situation. Tupac
put two in him twice.
Nothing but a diss track. Even though Biggie did get murdered a couple years later in L.A. I'm just gonna leave that right there.
Are you done? You done? Cause Biggie didn't shoot Pac, so there's that. And,
he's part of it regardless.
Okay.
What?
Look.
I'm not done.
Okay, go ahead.
Tupac made the best diss track of hip hop history against the guy on the East Coast. Against everybody.
Literally came with the track and said that's
Tupac made Hail Mary. Come on now. He made the song Hail Mary. And we gonna sit here and argue over who the best? We gonna sit here and argue over who the best? Tupac got movies. He kissed Janet Jackson.
He said he kissed Janet Jackson.
He kissed Janet Jackson. He is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And we gonna talk about who the best?
I love it.
We gonna talk about who the best.
Juice and Poetic Justice are
Come on,
shit movies, bro. Like you can't.
You done?
I'm done.
All right, okay. The Notorious B.I.G, Biggie Smalls, Big Pop, as the ladies would call, is the most lyrically gifted rapper that ever came through hip hop. His ability to put words together was like no other. As you see, he influencing me. Because you'll get it when you read the video. But Biggie Smalls, people were like Tupac because Tupac was a hothead. He was small and hothead. That's why that beef continue on like it did and ended the way it did. Because Tupac hot-headed ass couldn't shut up. Tupac was a hothead. Biggie Smalls wanted to just keep it rap. He could rap about anything. You can't name a better rapper when it comes to you can play Biggie Smalls with a shorty. He got songs, I'm riding with a shorty, I'ma drop Biggie. And she gonna turn this off. You can't. She not. Because Biggie Smalls. And it fits the scene.
Give me one more chance.
You can set the mood with Biggie Smalls.
Baby,
you can't do nothing with Tupac setting the mood, but going and ride on some niggas.
What?
All right.
Defense Pete.
Then Biggie Smalls, Juicy is Pac ain't got a top 5 rap song all time. No.
Who?
Juicy?
That's a hot take.
You say Pac doesn't have a top 5 rap song.
That's in
No, he don't.
Jesus.
You said Tupac doesn't have a top 5 rap song.
Not undoubtedly.
He has I Get Around.
Hail Mary?
He has Hail Mary.
That's not a.
He has Hit 'Em Up.
See, look, no.
No.
You see,
are we talking non-diss track, Jamil? Let's clear this up first.
Dear Mama, come on, son.
Hit 'Em Up is not a top 5 rap song. It's a diss song. It's a diss song. It's not no. It's a diss song.
Dear Mama,
so Dear Mama isn't a top. It couldn't be arguably top 5.
Dear Mama is so serious, man.
I'm not saying he don't. I'm not saying I probably got 5, but you can make a case. You not talking about no top 5 song without talking about Juicy. And all y'all know is the truth.
But you just said
I feel like I can make a list.
The hot take
you cannot make it. You can try.
Does not have a top 5 song.
5 songs.
That is, whoa.
We might have to close the show on that note right there, because man,
bro,
how are you gonna say a GOAT doesn't have a top 5 song?
There's a lot of GOATs that got top 5 songs.
Ambitions has a rider due for changes. All eyes on me. Oh, come on, Pete. Come on, Jam. I don't know about that one. That's
Look, Brenda's Got a Baby is not a top 5. Well, actually, that's arguable. The content is top 5. I don't think people can. We can let that go. Tupac.
All that stuff is arguably, but Juicy.
Tupac is the first rapper to have a double album, and that went diamond.
Okay, that
goes
back
to the 90s with
Diamond.
That is fine.
Not platinum, diamond.
Biggie Smalls is the rap GOAT. He don't have no weak point. It's nothing weak. Biggie Pac, he had to.
I don't know, Jamil. You, man.
Tupac had to get.
Pac ain't have no slouch. He ain't no. He ain't have no.
If you claim that Biggie ain't got no weak point, what's Pac's weak point then?
His ability to just rap out an easy tone. All Pac's best raps, he had to raise his voice. He getting this, he getting that.
No, sir.
That's false.
That's severely false. He's not rapping at a high. He didn't raise his voice on Me Against the World.
That's false. That's severely false.
That's the one. But out of his best rap songs, I'm not, because Dear Mama and stuff like that's a rap song. That's more of a. I would give Pac. He's a very storyteller than Big. So I guess that'll be Biggie. That'll be Biggie weak point as the storyteller. He wouldn't really tell more other than Warning. And other than that, he really ain't telling too many stories.
Jamil, I'm gonna say one song that we talk about all the time with Tupac, and that is All About You. Every other city we go, come on, man. You can't tell me
that's not a top 5 song.
It's not.
What's he talking about?
I don't know.
I was just making it worse for Pop. So you Juicy
is not a top 5 song.
Not top 5? Okay, it's my distraction.
No.
Juicy is the top. Biggie Smalls with Juicy. And then for his albums,
the only thing Biggie could possibly have over Pac is his lyricism.
Like I said,
that's the only thing he could possibly have over Pac is lyricism, and he barely got that. He barely got that.
Hey.
You know you wildin'.
I'm not.
Lord. Hey,
I'm not.
Biggie got way more quotable lines of his wordplay than Pac. That verse he got on One More Chance with the low down dirty scheming, like my brother Keenan, talking about the Wayne Bros.
I know.
So, it's hard. I know I came with a joke with some strong takes about Pac, and I respect Pac. He top 3 all time. But when it comes to that B.I.G. dude, the Notorious, there's nobody seen him. He cancel all the bullshit BS.
I'm mandatory my elevation, my lyrics like orientation.
For Biggie Small just to have
with the nigga you facing. Come on now.
I'm giving my vote to Pop.
Come on now.
Look,
listen to what I just said.
I said how it goes.
So mandatory my elevation, my lyrics like orientation, so you can be more familiar with the nigga you facing. Come on.
Okay.
Come on. Y'all gonna argue that?
Hey, look, fellas. Y'all could go on for this for the next 2.5 hours for real, if we being honest. It was some good. Hey, look, I'm gonna keep it real.
This is just the first episode, right?
Yep. So we
we're gonna get into it another time then.
If we need to revisit some rap references, join us in episode C when we hit the thousands rap. We might have to revisit that 90s era again if need be, if some of these rappers carry the influence over. One of those guys being DMX, but we're gonna say that for episode C. But if y'all want like the actual like portion of these guys duking it out over Tupac and Biggie.
Blood and money don't
shout
miss
out to
like
the Dog Pound. Shout out to Spice One.
There it is, guys.
Shout out to everybody else I ain't mentioned.
Shout out to Junior Mafia, Bad Boys, all that.
They got their shout outs out. This right here concludes our 90s rap era episode. Join us for the next episode, 90s R&B. Well, you know, we switch it up.
Shout out to 40 Water.
He gonna say shout out to the rest of the gang. Anybody got any closing remarks they want to add before we finish?
Rice Town.
Rice Town, baby. Rice Town.
Hey, I'm from the west side though.
See?
From Farmville, relax.
West side.
West
East
side.
side.
Prospect, you know what I'm saying?
South side. South side.
434 all day, every day. This
Man, you live
concludes
downtown. Be quiet.
But all right, guys. This is our sign off. I will appreciate these guys for joining us. They're gonna be back with us for the next episode. I'll see y'all soon. Oh.